grab a drink, because this is Hangover Time.
Oh, what the fuck? What was that?
I'm scared.
Guys, listen. If there's one thing we can take solace in tonight, after the Heat go down 116-99, the sweep, the dreams of an 8 seed sweeping a 1 seed in the conference finals are done. But one thing we can all feel good about, one thing we can take some solace in. I'm saying 8 seed against a 2 seed. Sorry, we already beat the 1 seed. The one thing we can take solace in is that the regular season Miami Heat are back. It just
January
feels good.
Heat, maybe.
Listen, we spent months with this team, right? Like covering them every night, watching them every night, like suffering through 25% 3-point shooting nights. And just it's good to know that, when the chips are down and it's time to get to the NBA finals, that they didn't really leave us. Like they're still here. These guys are still here. The non-aggressive Bam is still there. Spo refusing to play Duncan when the Bam Duncan pick and roll was killing them. It's still here. Kyle Lowry shitting himself for no reason and throwing the ball away. It's still here. Jimmy Butler looking disinterested for quarters at a time. It's still here. Undrafted guys looking like undrafted guys is still here. Cody Zeller being a little bit of a revelation. Like Cody Zeller was your only plus player on the night. Like all that stuff. Like, listen, we thought we were done with regular season Miami Heat. We thought they were dead and gone. I mourned them a little bit because, I spent a lot of time with them this year, but it's good to know that, they're still here. They're still around. We don't need to see them, on Thursday night. We've had enough. We're glad you're back, but it's time to move on. So listen, Brass, go ahead, take me out. That's all I wanted to say. I'm like, listen, it's good. Like it's comforting, right? There's a comfort to knowing that the worst 3-point shooting team in the NBA in the regular season is back. The lowest scoring team in the NBA in the regular season is back. I hope they're not back for good, but I'm just glad they're still around. You know what I mean? Like every once in a while, we have to be reminded of where we came from to appreciate where we are, hopefully. Because, hopefully this shit isn't the norm. I am Alphonse Sidney, a.k.a. Alf954. Welcome into the somber Miami Heat beat post-game show, Hangover Time. Happy birthday to Brassjazz, though.
Hey.
The big 4-0.
Yay.
Oh, how nice would it have been to win 4-0 on your big 4-0? Oh, man.
Yes, let's talk more about that.
Happy Gianniversary.
How great that would have been.
Nobody lost more than Brass tonight. I'm sorry.
Spent all fucking day working on that receipt segment, God damn it.
Oh, listen.
That's what I did for my 40th birthday. Cool.
Wow.
We'll get there.
Memorable.
We'll still use it.
Yeah, so memorable.
You had the spa.
Well, I got home today.
Just kidding.
I'm Alphonse Sidney, a.k.a. Alpha954. Welcome to the Miami Heat beat post-game show, Hangover Time. If you're watching live on Twitch and you just didn't just go to sleep and just try to forget the shit happened and you're going to ignore sports media altogether tomorrow because you know what the narrative tomorrow is going to be.
Oh, Celtics are back, baby.
Be the first NBA team to come back from 3-0. Like, that is going to paper the walls at ESPN.
We might be lucky. LeBron announced that he might retire.
No. He ain't fucking retiring. I saw a LeBron Taco Tuesday fucking Taco Bell commercial. He's not going out quietly at the end of a fucking sweep. He's gonna make a big deal all fucking year.
There's a chance for a Boston team to make history. It is going to cover ESPN wall to wall tomorrow. So listen. If you're watching live on Twitch and this is the last bit of sports you're going to intake for the next 48 hours, God bless you. Thank you for being here. If you're watching the replay on YouTube, we love you as well. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And if you are listening to the replay on the way to work tomorrow morning, thank you very much because that's where we make all of our money. And money. For listening to this instead of whatever crap you're going to put out there about the Boston Celtics, conceivably being the first team to come back from 3-0 in the conference finals. Brass, let's find out who kicked our ass tonight.
They kicked our ass.
I miss one.
And I'm gonna chastise G real quick because I found out he's the one who sent the tweet. Why did you bring up Scott Foster?
Oh man,
I don't know. I was just trying to be funny. I didn't really mean it. Why are we putting me up on blast? I didn't lose the game. I just made a Scott Foster joke. I don't know.
Like, listen,
Bam picked up a fourth. I don't know. I'm just making a Scott Foster joke.
A single call that I was.
That's a valid point. Miami had a 9-point lead. I think up until Bam fouled out.
Yeah, Bam picked up the fourth foul, and it really just went sideways.
And I think Rohan tweeted like, "Oh, Boston has to go by double digits now, or by when Bam's out of the game, or else he will come back."
It was not a poorly officiated. It was not a poorly officiated.
I mean, that's the only thing I can take away from.
To be honest with you, when Charles Barkley at half said, when Charles Barkley said we're not getting a game 5, I was like, uh-oh. That was really the first time.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought the same thing.
Moose,
he said that pregame. He said it pregame.
He said it at halftime too, and I was like, that's not good.
Yeah, we just got beat about the head and shoulders. That shit had nothing to do with no officiating. Bruce,
right?
Who kicked our ass tonight?
Who kicked our ass tonight? Well, listen, I'm going to say that I'll say our own confidence kicked our ass tonight. I think the players came in a little bit unfocused, a little bit too lackadaisical. I think they showed up for about maybe 2 quarters. And then just it kind of expected it to kind of go our way, whereas they didn't keep their foot on the gas. So take me out, Brass. I'm going to say our overconfidence kicked our ass.
Bond, who kicked our ass tonight?
Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. And I'm so annoyed. And I'm so annoyed that Jimmy finished with 29. That pisses me off because that motherfucker didn't give a shit about nothing. And just like found his way, fouling his ass into 29 points. He's out here like just playing with the shit, saucing Rob Williams up. Just Jimmy, please. Bam, what, 9? Missing layups. Bam was 9. What?
7.
Fucking 10 and 5. Like, no, absolutely not. I knew this was gonna happen. I knew that Boston would win one. I didn't want this shit to look like this. But I knew that it would look like this. I'm so annoyed.
Brass, who kicked our ass tonight?
I don't even just guess. Yes. I mean, it was just a lackluster fucking effort.
Kicked.
You know what? I think the odds kicked our ass tonight because this was the first game that the Heat were favored, I think, in the entire playoffs, if I'm not mistaken.
First one, the entire playoffs.
The entire playoffs.
It'll be the last.
No.
So
third
that's
game. We
third
had
game.
Right.
Yeah,
But first in this series.
2 at home against the Knicks was the other 2.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right, whatever. Still,
Thanks,
point still stands. Listen, we're best when we're underdogs across the board.
True.
So keep betting against us. I'm really not worried. I'm not like, oh my God, you're gonna see so many references the next 48 hours of the 2004 Red Sox.
You remember when the Sox did it?
It's gonna be so
when the
fucking
Patriots came back and beat
obnoxious.
the Falcons.
It's awful. It's going to be so annoying. Because
Tom
that's going to be the
Brady.
fucking narrative. Meanwhile, if it were reversed and Boston were up 3-0 and the Heat won, it's like, it doesn't matter. Let's look ahead to the finals.
Oh, yeah.
So let's just be real. So I'm annoyed, but I'm not scared. I'm not like freaking out. I'm just simply annoyed. And I don't think anyone else should be anything more than that. I really, really hope that Gabe's ankle is going to be okay. I mean, that's a big factor. But you know what? Time will tell. Let's keep it rolling. And sometimes I think this Heat was like rolling. I part of me, the silver lining is I think ultimately it's going to be better off going into the next game without a sweep, because I don't want them to get complacent, because the Nuggets team they're about to face is far better than this. And so they need to learn to get their shit together, because if they go into that Nuggets series and they lose the first game, they're going to have to really fucking focus up. And so to me, this just gives them a little more practice, because they haven't had to do that in a bit.
Brian, who kicked our ass tonight?
Oh, and I'm also drinking a painkiller.
Brian M posted in the chat. Shakira kicked her ass.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Ricky Bobby.
Jimmy Butler was missing layups. He hasn't done that since the Hawks game, I guess, at the play-in. Yeah, I just don't understand what happened to basically this whole team after that first half. You had a 9-point lead in third quarter, and they shit themselves. Point blank, like, Boston was able to get them to be disruptive on offense. Like, I guess credits to them that they were able to get us to start pump faking and blocking our 3-point shots like crazy to the point where Gabe now has a sprained ankle and hope that he plays this next game because we got nobody on the bench that can supplement him on his minutes. Like, unless you're playing Kyle Lowry over 30 minutes, like, you're basically counting on what, Highsmith?
Haywood Highsmith just doesn't exist. Okay.
Yeah.
He's not a guard.
I know. I'm fucking with you. G, who kicked their ass tonight?
0 assists by Bam Adebayo tonight.
Damn.
4 turnovers, 4 fouls, minus 21, only 7 shots. Big fella, they're going to need more from you. Yeah. Jimmy had the fakest 29, 9, and 5 stat line in the history of basketball. Kyle Lowry with a 5, 8, and 6 that sucked ass with 2 steals. It was really the damn 2 for 8. The Jimmy 1 for 4 from 3. I'm a little sick of the pull-ups. I mean, really just but I gotta give credit to the Celtics and I want to give credit to Tatum and Smart. Smart really showed up in that second half.
Oh yeah, shout out to Tatum for making his first fourth quarter field goal.
Give them credit. Fuck them.
Thank you.
You know who kicked our ass tonight? Fucking front running. That's what kicked our fucking ass.
You gave Brunson credit the other day.
Shut up. Front running kicked their ass, all right? Because you let these motherfuckers get confident. You let them feel good. I think Brian was pointing out that we had that 9-point lead in the third quarter, and then what did you do? Just let them get open shots. Let them get open shots. And you know what this team does? They front run better than anyone else. Like when all of a sudden Marcus Smart can hit threes. Where the fuck you been? Jaylen Brown's all of a sudden saucing niggas up. Where you been the whole series? Jason Tatum all of a sudden makes a fourth quarter field goal. Where have you been all series? Front running kicked our ass. We let them get confidence. We let them get into their shit. And you know what? What we did is when we were in front, all of a sudden we got tight assholes, like lemon booty all over the fucking squad. Like we were like trying to run out the clock in the third quarter. Bring me out, Brass. Like Bond, you saw it. The pump faking, the settling for jump shots, like guys who all series had been super confident, just taking shots when the shots presented themselves, were overpassing. That extra passing bullshit that we've seen all season came back to haunt us again. Like they were just like you saw guys like, okay, we're up 9, we're up a few points. Let's try to run this clock out. You're like 3 minutes into the third quarter. I'm not sure what they were doing. Like I felt like everybody on the Heat shit the bed, and they were waiting like, Jimmy, save us. Close out Jimmy, playoff Jimmy, Jimmy, save us. And then Jimmy gave you a little flurry, and you felt like he was coming, and then he was like, nah, I'm going to miss a few more layups. Nah, I'm really good. Like, I'm pump faking, you know, like, I'm missing free throws. And then, bam, come on, 7 field goal attempts. Like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want it. They didn't run any plays for him. I'm tired of all that shit. Like Bam has been amazing. He might be the best player in this playoffs when you look at it overall after Jimmy. He's definitely the second best player. He did not show up tonight. Jimmy didn't show up tonight. I don't care what the stat line says. I really didn't agree with some of the shit Spo was doing, but honestly, at this point, why question Spo? Mm-hmm. But like the Bam Duncan pick and roll was killing them, killing fools. Like they were overreacting to Duncan like crazy. Like insane. Like they were just sending 3 to the ball when Duncan had it, and he was really picking them apart with passes. And we benched Duncan, and I wasn't sure why. I wasn't sure why we did that when we didn't have the lead. Like if you're up 12, I get benching Duncan because hey, it's time to buckle down on defense. But we were down and we benched Duncan, and I really didn't understand why we did that. And then Kyle Lowry, you kicked our ass tonight. Like what were you fucking doing? Yep. Like, gee, I'm sorry, but I don't know he was just bad.
He puts like, the ass and pass.
He has like those moments where he'll like do 3 good things and then do 5 bad things.
No, and you know what? Know what bothers me about Kyle? He thinks he's gonna get these calls like he's a superstar.
He really does.
and nobody touched you.
Don't smile, G. What are you doing?
Because it's funny. Because Alpha's so right.
He has been doing this his entire career.
He does. He does. No, and he'll like hook somebody and be mad that like they didn't get called for the foul. It's really funny.
And the last thing I'm gonna say.
Well, I also want to say on Kyle.
Wait. The last thing that kicked our ass was laundry, because I've been wearing this shirt every Heat win. I don't know if you guys have noticed it.
Man.
If you rewind every fucking Hangover Time that the Heat have won, I was wearing this shirt.
Wow.
And finally they lost. So thank God I can wash this motherfucker. I can wash it. This smells like fucking baby formula. It smells like sweat.
God.
Please my dog. Yeah. Oh my God. Thank you.
It smells like Heat.
Dog throw up, baby throw up is fine, but the Heat throw up on it, and you gotta wash it.
Like, listen, I honestly thank you, Heat, for losing. I needed this loss more than anybody. Go ahead, Brad.
Well, what killed me tonight, to me, in this fucking game, like late, is crazy as Boston was shooting from 3, and they were just making, their run was just going crazy, and they would still get it down to like 7 points, and they'd still be in it, and then it feels like, okay, they're gonna come back, and then fucking Bam loses the ball, and I looked. Speaking of Kyle, I look at the stats. Kyle had 4 Apple turnovers tonight. Oh, those are just regular turnovers.
Oh, nice.
Right, yeah. But Bam. So Bam had 7 field goal attempts tonight and 4 turnovers. That is not a recipe for success. And those were really bad time turnover. Like his turnovers are so poorly timed.
You know what we look like?
It really fucks up runs.
Across the board, they were all loose with the ball, though. The turnovers tonight were just a killer. Anytime
in the second half, particularly, Moose.
Yeah, to Brass, to your point, anytime we would get at least 4 or 5 points, boom, turnover, and then it was just a momentum swing.
Bon, you know what we look like in the second half? We look like the fucking Celtics. We look like the Celtics. Bam was dribbling like Jaylen Brown. Jimmy was out here looking like Tatum, scared, like just disappearing, empty stats. Like we look like the Celtics in the second half.
Sure. Yep. And like I don't know what luxury they thought that they had coming into this game. Like I hear a lot of what you guys are saying, and I agree with pieces of it, but I feel like I disagree with most of it. Or some, I don't know. You got what you were supposed to get from Caleb. You got what you were supposed to get from Gabe before he turned his ankle. And I don't think that it got later in the game and it was a Jimmy, you come do it. Now, I think from the beginning on, it needed to feel like Jimmy needed to feel more serious. Like, I don't care. Like, and I said this at the end of the last game. Like, you're missing shots because you're being an asshole. And he continued to be an asshole tonight. You can't do that. It's funny, but it's real. Like, you can't play with shit like that. You found yourself in, like, this most amazing position. Kyle is old and small and hurt. Jimmy, you're always hurt. You're overplayed. Gabe tweaks his ankle. You don't fuck around. You're about to go to Denver. Altitude, change in time zones. Like, you don't fuck around.
You could have had 9 days off.
You could have had 9 days off. So and some of it was what Boston was doing, but a lot of it, I hated the approach. Jimmy not looking the ball in. Like just the Bam bouncing the shit off of his foot, like not feeling. You did not feel Bam at all. The seven, the motions. There's just walks into like it, but it's the 3 of them. Like those 3, Jimmy and Bam cannot do that.
And some of these like
sounds like you agree with me and disagree with everyone else. Just want to clarify that. Take me out, rest.
That worked.
Gee, some of these weird passes in the lane, like we're trying to thread a needle. Like I don't know what we're doing. Like and like. I'm telling you, that's why I feel like we look like the Celtics. Where there's times where like, what do they think they were going to get out of that pass? Like we're passing it, and Cody Zeller actually caught some of these, but sometimes we're passing into Cody Zeller on the roll with like 3 Boston Celtics in his way, and like we're like Cody's going to catch that. Like I just don't get what we're doing sometimes. So like that's, I mean, especially this game with some of these passes, I feel like everyone's kind of feeling like we came into this game feeling way too good about ourselves, and we were doing some fuck shit like Bond's trying to say. Like they was out there playing like I guess on Twitter right now, you're playing with your meat, which is not the right. It's playing with your food.
situation.
But apparently on Twitter, it's playing with your meat, which is a whole nother.
Doc Rivers said that. Yeah.
I don't even know what my question is anymore, G, because I lost the plot on that. But go ahead.
No, I kind of have an answer to where you were going. So, the Heat shot 8 of 32 from 3 today, 25%. And I thought Boston kind of really sent a lot of help in the lane. And Miami was a little flustered by the extra help. And those easy passes that they had been hitting, they were a little shaky. They weren't hitting them. Caleb Martin had like a stupid turnover in the middle of the lane when he drove to the basket and drew help. And it's like they weren't doing their like normal reads. And to your point, Duncan was like the guy who was doing the right shit. He's like, I draw 2 defenders. I hit big man in the lane. Profit. You know what I mean? Like Duncan's like, I got this down. And everybody else, y'all don't seem like you have it down. So I think it was a part of like, this is the first time I think, because really they haven't had a lot of pressure on them because they've been like the low seed and they've had no expectations. I think the Knicks series was really the only one where you could say like, well, and they weren't even favored that series. But when you go up 3-0, you are like an overwhelming favorite. Everyone is pissing and shitting on the Celtics' grave. And I think for the first time, they had some expectations and pressure on them. And they were a little shaky today. And I hope that they come out in game 5 where they have won games over there quite frequently, especially in the playoffs. And they come out and they do what they got to do. But honestly, 25% from 3 isn't going to cut it. Some of that's offensive process, not going inside out. But a lot of that is just like, you guys got to clean up your act.
What's one stat we can get into if you want is the Heat have not had a 5-game winning streak at all any point this season.
Oh,
didn't
classic.
happen today.
So we were due.
And the Celtics never had a 4-game losing streak at any point this season.
Something, as Reggie Miller said.
Also, I think the Heat have won 4 straight playoff games in Boston.
Yeah,
I was gonna say can't have Heat.
Boston does not play well at home in the postseason.
Listen, man, I think we're a little bit too down, a little bit too somber, right? Like they were due for a fucking stinker. Like they were due. Like every team has that, and like we can be disappointed. Like I don't blame us for the look at Bond. That Bond is so disappointing.
I think the last stinker was game 2 against Milwaukee. Would you say that?
I don't even know that was a stinker. Milwaukee shot the shit out of the ball. Like, and that didn't
so did the
feel
Celtics
like
tonight, though.
But you know what?
It didn't feel the same.
These dudes don't care. That was them.
Great. Yeah. I know, and I saw when it happened. Like,
I'm not happy with that picture.
No, I like that.
No, they should be. They should. No, they should be.
If they win 5-1, 4-1.
It's fantastic.
Listen, I much rather that this happens tonight here in Miami with a chance to close it out in Boston than game 1 in Denver. It's okay. You need a little bit of a tune-up before the finals. This isn't the outcome we all wanted, but it may be what we need before we get to, hopefully the next round.
And I will say, listen, I don't know if they're going to win on Thursday or if they're going to have to come back game 6, win at home. But a win in game 5 in Boston.
Oh, it's going to feel so sweet.
Because they feel really fucking good about themselves right now. They even told themselves, yeah, we're probably going to get game 4 in Miami. But, we had no chance. But then they won game 4 in Miami convincingly. So now they're home. They're eating their chowder. They're drinking their Dunkin'. They're saying unspeakably bad things about black people.
That's right.
And they're just excited, and they're in their homes and raised about busing in the 70s. Like they're just so excited about look how we played tonight. Look at Mac and Smack. Do you see Mac and Smack? Mac and Smack got his 3-point shot back. They are so fucking excited. Like for Jimmy to go up there on Thursday, and this Jimmy, look in my eyes, I'm talking to you. Jimmy Butler, you better go fucking kill them.
Look me in my face, dog.
I'm not talking about this fake 29, 9 and 4, whatever the fuck. I'm talking about go into Boston, go into TD Garden, and beat they motherfucking ass, because you remember how it felt last year when you missed that 3. Like Max Juice, remember how it felt last year when they said your fucking foot was on the line? Bam, remember how it felt last year when you were tearing your fucking jersey off?
Yep.
Go into TD Garden, go amongst all them racists who shit in Bill Russell's bed and now put fucking 6s on the court like they love the motherfucker, okay? Go up in there and beat they motherfucking ass.
Look at me in my face, dog. Look at me in my face, dog. Look at me in my face, dog.
Thank you, Leif.
That's right. Fuck Boston.
Send me what a Denver Nuggets player looks like.
It looks like Jokic.
That's when they make that's if they
he
make
looks,
the finals.
Looks like Jokic, and it's terrifying.
Yeah.
You
10
saw
years,
those
10
threes
years
he was
later.
hitting yesterday. Those were like uncle in the driveway threes.
I mean, come on. That's not fair, you know?
It was.
Listen,
behind the
okay,
head.
so here, DWROY, D-Roy, fucking Spo did not get them ready tonight with a true sense of urgency.
Get him,
Guys.
I agree. Wait, I agree because we were
Ryan's
down
like,
like
I agree,
5
dude.
points, and Jimmy Butler didn't come back in the game after a timeout. Then Spo called a timeout after they scored 2
I
straight
believe
baskets.
that was a TV timeout.
I do agree with this comment.
Who the fuck?
I believe that I don't think Spo.
Okay.
I think that was a TV timeout.
You could have had him out there.
Okay,
Though.
that would make sense.
I
Listen,
think
you can't sub it
Moose-
with a TV timeout, right?
Moose. I hope, because if not, that looks really bad.
No, I know.
Well, no,
That was
honestly,
the
can we
only thing that I was like, what the fuck's going on, Spo?
Can we stop that? Because like if we go back to all the other games that the Heat have come back in the fourth quarter, there's been plenty of times that Spo followed this exact same substitution pattern.
Right,
down
with the
13,
group.
down 12, down 14 going in the fourth. We're gonna second guess Spo.
Yeah.
Now we're smarter than Spo.
Yes, absolutely.
Especially after Jimmy has had one night.
Let me
off
fucking
to
be
get-
upset, Alf, please.
No, go ahead and be upset, but let's not be dumb.
I wanted to have a
Spo didn't-
great 100, not 100, a 10-year anniversary special. Yeah, wishes.
Come on,
Brian,
Centennial.
canceled.
Listen,
Spo
you're
didn't
allowed-
get them. No,
I
we
fucking
can-
texted Coach Tony this morning trying to get videos for us so we can play on his fucking show, and we can't
Listen,
even use
first of
it.
all, you got to be very careful when you text Coach Tony for videos. You never know what you're gonna get.
God damn it, man. This team fucking blew it. I wanted to win at home. I wanted Jimmy Butler to fucking go out, have a great
we're gonna
game,
win at home.
go into the next series. Let's have a fucking break off from this podcast and we can actually enjoy each other, recover from the finals, kick ass on our coverage. And now we gotta fucking worry about this fucking game 5 again
We
and
don't have
fucking
to
all this
worry about
bullshit.
We're not worried.
You gotta
Brian said
fucking
he's
go-
sick of you bitches.
It's another obligation, and it's
Fuck
annoying.
this shit. Fuck
Brian.
the Heat. Fuck Spo. Fuck Jimmy
All
Butler.
right.
Fuck
Get Brian
Bam.
out.
Okay, that's
Please,
a lot. That's
game 5 and
shit.
win this shit.
No, get them the
Sorry,
fuck out.
Brass,
Get out.
Get him out. God damn it. It's my fucking birthday. Fucking get out of here,
Look at me in
Brian.
my face, dog.
If I told any of you
What?
guys going into this series, if I told any of you guys going into game 5, Heat would be up 3-1. How would you feel?
Feel
Terrified.
fucking
Yeah, listen,
great.
I'm not
Okay,
worried
so-
about
Sure,
the
but if
series.
you told me going into game 4 we were up 3-0, I'd feel great too. And let's go ahead and close that shit the fuck out.
And they
I
did.
hear what you're
But
saying.
Brian, I think Brian, you knew they weren't going to do it. Like you were.
And that's fine. No, I agree. I said, brother from another, I said we win both at home, we lose one. I said we win both
On
away.
Peacock, my girl's on TV.
I said we win both of the Boston games and we lose one in Miami. I just don't like the way that it felt. We're
know,
gonna win the series. It just
Don't you
didn't have
like
to
being
look
right
like
though?
this.
That usually feels so good.
Sure, but I didn't want it to look this way.
I'm just more salty that we didn't get to
That's
do
what I
it.
love about Bomb. I was like, I like being right, but I like seeing Heat wins more. Like, you know how many people are so obsessed about their narrative that they'd rather be right than their team win? Bomb's like,
That's a
nah,
little
I need to see wins before.
That's
Wait, you'd
far.
rather be right than the Heat win?
I mean, situation.
Ah,
Not in this though.
Bah.
no.
I wanted them to. I didn't want it to look this way. but
So
they're fine.
via Mike Sanchez on Twitter, he says, "Shocker that the Canes football team was at attendance this game. They can't do anything right."
No.
So that
There you go.
could be.
Fuck the Cans.
Hey,
Losers.
take him out.
Yeah,
All
let's
the
run-
losers.
Let's run this again.
Thank you.
No, they're
Kane
fine.
slander.
Why is it?
Oh, what? Who took Gianni
What
out?
did I do?
You're slandering the Canes.
Oh.
I read Mike
UCF better.
Sanchez's tweet.
I did
Oh
like
my
some of
God.
what Boston did
It's an-
tonight.
Well, I mean,
though.
I agree. with
Unofficial
this.
Heat lawyer.
I like some of what Boston did. Did you see them like screening the zone and actually
I
did
did, on the
zone
baseball.
offense? Yeah, it's like, oh, good for
I don't
you.
like anything.
They
Boston.
threw Tatum in the middle of the zone, which was funny because I think I tweeted, "Oh wow, Boston finally put Tatum in the middle of the zone. Too bad Jimmy's about to check in, and they're not going to run a single play of zone again."
Taking myself out. Fuck
And
this.
did that happen?
What is going on?
All right.
Nobody wants to talk about what Boston did well. Fuck them.
Nope.
They didn't do anything well.
That's how I feel when you compliment Jalen Brunson. I gotta be honest with you. I don't like this. I don't like this Heat Twitter love affair with Jalen Brunson. I was like,
bro, Jalen Brunson is the best player they played in the playoffs.
It was Giannis. Get the fuck out of here. Suck my balls. Jalen Brunson sucks ass. I don't like that guy.
No, I will
not suck your balls.
Yeah, he does. He's not that
good.
He
doesn't suck ass.
He picked on Jimmy Butler with a busted ankle and Gabe Vincent, who's smaller than him.
Johnny, don't act like you're a fucking bigger Knicks hater than I am, motherfucker.
I hate him. I'm not
this is stupid.
I can't believe that you guys are like, we can't give Jason Tatum credit, but we got to make sure to credit a Nick. Fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah, G. I'm not mad.
We're just all gonna lose like each other
it's
one
just
by one.
fucking lame. It's just lame.
He was so good.
Look at me in my face, dog.
That shit is so funny.
And the thing is, he's been doing
Is still coming on
all season long. Like as a little 6 foot nothing fucker, weaving in and out. And you know what? G is mad. G is mad because Jalen Brunson got the same body type as fucking Kyle Lowry, and Kyle Lowry's out here.
Kyle's thicker. Jalen Brunson a little leaner.
I'm going to be honest. Kyle is thicker. I'm kind of with G on this one. And I hate siding with G.
And honestly, he should be able to fucking do more in the lane.
And he's not Shakira thick. He's like Biggie Smalls.
All of the over penetrating. Why does he dribble so goddamn deep in the like you're not confident in your own That's what I'm saying. You're not confident in your own layup package because you're fucking small. Why are you giving me all these?
Because Jalen Brunson shoots the floater and Kyle Lowry gets in the lane, gets to the dotted line, and decides he's going to take 3 more fucking dribbles, go around the fucking basket 3 times, skip to my fucking Lou, throw it out to the fucking in the third row, and flail and expect a fucking foul call. And listen, I've defended Kyle Lowry all season. I'm exaggerating at this point, but he was shit tonight. He was dog shit. And when they needed points, they needed him to do something. He fucking flailed his arms in the air and threw the ball the other fucking direction.
And Alf, I almost thought he would redeem his minutes because he had that 3 and he got a layup he got to the basket, and I thought he was going to finish the layup. He misses the layup, he misses a 3, and then he has that turnover when he gets under the basket, and you think, he's hitting Caleb for the trailer, and that shit goes out of bounds.
Chris Quinn.
But Bond, I was like,
what was that?
I stood there in disbelief. I was like, that did not just happen. I was like, my attendance in fucking tatters right now.
I was so mad.
That was
It was
a top to bottom like shit show because like Caleb Martin scored 2 points in the second half. Like everybody was just bad.
That's not.
Everyone was bad in the second half. I don't want to hear I don't want to hear that anybody.
Yeah, don't single anybody out. Hey, Twitter, don't do that shit. I'm so tired of that.
Unless it's Bam.
It was Siobhan. It was
Bam and Kyle
all around.
Bam and Kyle were the worst.
Yeah.
Okay. No, Jimmy and Bam.
No, Jimmy and Bam were the worst. It was Jimmy, Bam, Kyle.
I don't want to shit too much on Kyle because like he came in the game after Gabe got hurt. He fought he got he got 2 offensive rebounds for them. He had a couple of assists. Like he did good things, but he just did so many bad things that it canceled out any positive thing that he did, which is so fucking Kyle. It's so annoying. Jimmy was just a dick. Like I'm so sick of the pull-up 3. I'm over
so
it,
sick. I've been over it.
I'm okay if it's like a heat check Bond. Like if he's fucking going,
sure,
and he's like, fuck it, I'm pulling up. I fucking hate these like 12 on the clock, no jump 3-pointer. Get out of here, bro.
Next time I see him on his IG,
back to back.
Dog, you can't get blocked by Grant Williams too.
There we go, Bond. Yes. Next time I see him on his IG story practicing with Brickley or where the fuck his trainer's name is, I don't want to see him take any more of these long ass 3s. Go to the fucking basket, start practicing your whatever that layup drill is called, the George Mikan. Just do that over and over and over and over again until you fucking make every single layup. You don't miss any. I want to see you 100% in the restricted area for Game 5. Don't take a single fucking 3.
I'm not mad at that, truly.
I can't believe they let Jaylen Brown off the hook. He was so bad in the first half. Yo, he straight up like for periods of a game, he fucking sucks.
Yeah, he's like a bad basketball player. Like can't dribble, can't do nothing. And let me tell y'all something.
He had 5 fouls and only a turnover. That I feel like he had like 5 turnovers.
Let me bring me in real quick, Brass.
Mm-hmm.
He Twitter was upset. I want rant music. I'm not gonna get loud because my dog.
Look at me in my face, dog.
Exactly. Heat Twitter got mad at me when I was like, they're like, Boston got better. They got Malcolm Brogdon. Nick, when I tell you, there's no one I fear less in the NBA than Malcolm Brogdon in a series against the Heat. This motherfucker is trash, bro. Like trash. Every time he fucking shoots, I'm excited. Every time he has the ball in his hands, I'm excited. Fucking Kevin Harlan couldn't tell the difference between him and Grant Williams all fucking night for some goddamn reason. Like a fucking Malcolm Brogdon, please shoot. Keep fucking shooting. I kept hearing he didn't do anything. Look, the Celtics when I got Malcolm Brogdon, 6th Man of the Year candidate. Listen, I know Malcolm Brogdon. I've watched him for years. In a playoff series that matters, Malcolm Brogdon disappears every fucking time. He's shitty. He sucks. Like, I mean, what is he, like 2 for fucking 30 from 3 in this fucking playoff in this series? He's trash. Fuck Malcolm Brogdon. Take me out.
He got his first win against the Heat today in the playoffs.
First win against the Heat in the playoffs today. Fuck Malcolm Brogdon.
Jason Tatum had his first field goal in the fourth quarter of the series.
We didn't do anything. Malcolm Brogdon was free. There's a reason Malcolm Brogdon is free. There's a reason the Pacers were like, nigga, go.
We're so back. We're so back.
What? I keep trying to put it up for you.
Charles Barkley said game 5.
Oh, shit. Yes. Here we fucking go.
All right. Time to add that to your receipt segment.
All right. Feel much better now.
Malcolm Brogdon.
A cakewalk. Why?
What's a cakewalk?
Why would it be a cakewalk all this?
Yeah, where
the fuck?
Because they feel better about themselves and they got back to shooting. All right, go ahead.
Okay, but are you saying that like you think it is going to be a cakewalk, or are you saying
no?
That's just his reasoning.
No, I understand the reasosoning. I don't agree with it.
I think Brian's asking.
But I understand it.
Where does the phrase cakewalk come from?
Yeah, like why is it cakewalking? It's an inanimate object.
Like, why is it a cakewalk? Why is it not like a pie walk?
I just know Malcolm Brogdon looks like one of the DeBarge brothers.
Why can't it be like a turtle?
I feel like it's like walking on the cake, like soft, easy, like cushiony.
Do you guys know what the DeBarge brothers look like?
The who?
You down there?
I am
Tony
not
Brothers.
Brian
Yeah, I know Tony Brothers.
DeBarge. He got light-skinned niggas with a wispy mustache. It's like he looks like a DeBarge.
We're gonna be starting to barge as point guard in the next game when Gabe is out.
Bon, Brad, you don't understand. I've been going through like so much Heat history this week, like getting clips and stuff. Alpha said so many mean things about so many players. The shit he would say about Ersan Ilyasova.
Oh my god, legendary!
I said he looked like he needs bolts in his neck.
You called him a Lester Munson looking.
Gee, I listened to a podcast where we were begging for Omri Caspi.
Begging for a lot of things, man.
Bro, we were down bad.
Now we're a game
hard
away
30, right, guys?
Right, soft 40.
Look at me in my face.
I'm trying to find a picture of the DeBarges.
Well, while you look for that, I have audio of your debut on Heat Beat to celebrate 10 years of Heat Beat and Alf.
100 years.
Are you gonna give it to
us?
I guess the sound's broken. I don't know. You want to hear Brass?
Oh my god!
Hit us for 1 second.
Brassjazz, how are you? So you can find him at Brassjazz on Twitter.
Well.
Was that my first appearance?
Yeah, that was.
I'm doing well. Say it again.
We have
Brass. After the Heat's. Go ahead.
This is going great.
You fucking suck, Brian.
After the Heat's loss, Brass, how do you feel?
I'm doing well. Is that what you want? Is that
I'm
what are we doing?
Hard out right there.
I'm taking myself out.
Hold on, listen.
I'm about to go. Moose, I'm about to
listen.
go.
Hold on. Wait. Listen to Jack. Listen to Jack Alphonse. Listen to Jack Alphonse's. His was pretty funny. This is our first interaction ever. This is 8 years ago.
And we have Jack Alfonso, whose name is much easier to pronounce. Welcome, Jack. Yeah, that's easy. I can spell that.
All right.
All right.
Did Moose really leave?
I'm about to leave myself.
Happy birthday, Brass.
Oh yeah, happy birthday.
Listen.
Okay, bye.
Heat in 5, motherfuckers.
Boom.
Chat's killing me for the fucking. Should I hard out?
No, where'd Brass go?
I don't know.
He
Did
said he
want us
was
to
taking
go?
himself out.
Is
Probably.
he leaving? Is he coming back with cake?
All right.
Is this what a cakewalk is?
I'm done.